Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Governor Natembeya has been among the few who can come out and face the leaders who have been viewed and referred to as the Luya Kingpin, the likes of Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Masika Wetangula, a man they nicknamed Papa wa Roma. And according to the Trans Nzoia governor, Luyas are in the mess that we are in now because of two individuals. Number one, Wetangula. Number two, Musalia Mudavadi. Wetangula, largely, if you go to the Bungoma and the Trans Nzoia, he's being referred to as Papa wa Roma and worshipped like that. That means a leader. When he speaks, that is final. His word is the way. According to him, he can't refer to someone like that as a Papa wa Roma and so on. That since he was a DO, DC, and now a governor, he has never seen in any way that either Musalia or Wetangula has helped him to achieve anything. And because of that, he has no any reason to associate with such leaders. I don't know you as a Luya, what really you benefited from neither Musalia or Wetangula in terms of as a society or as on individual level. What have you ever benefited from these leaders?
Na sisi jamii yetu tusema kwamba mambo ya kuworship watu tulitoka huko. Hadi mtu akipita hapa sisi wote tunatetemeka hivi hadi Papa wa Roma. Papa wa Roma kitu gani? Pope ni moja. Pope ya Kenya ni moja peke yake. Ukianza kusema wewe ni pope na uko na bibi mbili, hiyo ni makosa bwana. Papa wa Roma ni mimi ni Mkatoliki, is just one. So mkianza kujipatia matitles ya kuogopesha sisi, ya kutisha sisi, sisi tuanza hiyo kwa sisi hakuna.
Kama ni Mudavadi, kama ni Wetangula, kama ni nani, you have whatever right to praise them. Sifu hao vile wamekusaidia, wamekufanyia nini? Mimi hawajanisaidia na wasifu kwa nini? I've been on my own. Nikianza kuwa ndio mpaka nikakuwa RC. Sasa mimi nimekuwa governor. Mnataka niwasifu kwa sababu gani? Wewe kama umekushikilia wanasema simama hapa, wanasema simama hapa. Sifu hao, praise them all you want. Lakini hao watu hao mnaona hao ndio tunakaa namna hii. They are responsible for our poverty, for our problems. And the air of praying leaders because you are just there. Unasema nimekuwa pale miaka 20. Hiyo miaka 20 umefanyia nini? Be there. Yesu mwana wa Mungu alianza kazi yake akikuwa na miaka 30. Akafanya kazi mara ngapi? Miaka ngapi? 3. Kuna mahali Yesu anaitwa Kingpin. Ama deep state. Miaka ngapi? Over 2000 years later. Bado tunasema tu Yesu Kristo mwana wa Mungu. Kazi ya miaka ngapi? Na umekaa kwa political leadership over 30 years. Lakini bado unataka tu kuamilia hapo na umeingiza watu kwa matatizo. Na wengine tu wanataka tu tufuate tu kwa because ni king pingia wewe ujinga mtawacha kabisa. Since we are not joking, we are determined to go somewhere. Na mimi kuna watu hii Trans Nzoia yetu hii, mimi nimeweka jamii zetu zote pamoja, maana Trans Nzoia ni Kenya ndogo. We put everyone together. Kuna watu wengine hawajazoea Mluya ambaye anapenda Waluya. They are not used to that. Ili atukifinya watu yako basi, wewe nao you are now ndio mtu mzuri. Mungu anasema kwamba love your neighbor as you love yourself. Unajipenda kwanza ndio ujue kupenda kunakaa namna gani. Kama ujipendi, huwezi penda. Si ndio? So, mimi nataka kuambia watu wangu waseme love us as you love Luya. Sema namna gani? Penda sisi vile unapenda watu yako. Mtu ambaye anakupenda wewe kama mama, anapiga mama yake, wewe unafurahi kweli? Lazima ujue kupenda mama yako kwanza, ndio upende mama ya mwingine. So me I've got no apologies about saying me I love my people. Hiyo Luya hii Trans Nzoia hii ni wengi sana. Lakini wanatazanga ni kama ile kondoo ambayo haina mchungaji. Ikienda kwa nyasi kukula kama itarudi sawa. Kama itarudi. Lakini sasa hizi nimesema Kama mimi ni mchungaji nalisha na narudisha yote wapi? No one is going to get lost.
Now we are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Natembeya is very clear that neither Musalia Mudavadi nor Wetangula loves the Luhya people. But for him, he is ready to love the Luhya people, work with them, and be with the Luhya nation. That's Wetangula for you. And by the way, Trans Nzoia County is cosmopolitan, whereby you have like all tribes, but Luhya seems to be majority in that area, and that can explain why in the first time, second time, and now third time, we have always had a Luhya governor. Now, if you listen to his statement, there are also questions you can ask even up to now. That we are seeing Wetangula, we see Musalia Mudavadi in Kenya Kwanza administration. These are leaders who have served for very long years. You're talking about an experience of 30 plus years in government, not in opposition. And anytime they attempted to be on opposition, it never worked. In fact, it was a coalition government. There's a time when Mudavadi was with Raila Odinga and he was the deputy prime minister, deputizing Raila Odinga. But one question you can ask, for this long, how many industries that these two leaders have ever negotiated, leave alone either the serikali, private ones? Neither they have started with their own money, because they have money and they are running so many businesses across the country. But how many businesses have they ever established within Western region? Because when you bring an industry, a serious business, it means you are empowering the people in that area because they will be employed. But we see people like Uhuru Kenyatta and others doing so in their own area. We see William Ruto doing the same. But how many have they ever established kama ni Kakamega, ni Vihiga, ni Busia, ni Trans Nzoia, ama ni Bungoma? Ngapi? Definitely at the personal level, they have never done anything in that area. But they have resources, they run their businesses outside. They would rather do it in Nairobi, in uko kwengine, in the neighborings of Nairobi and elsewhere, in Rift Valley, wanafanya biashara paka Kiambu, but they have never established serious business within Western region so that the Luhya people can be empowered within. They have never negotiated to bring serious business here. You talk about factory kama ya Mudeta Tea Factory. It is not something that was started by Musalia Mudavadi. It was because of his father. You talk about something like Mias Sugar Company, Nzoia Sugar Company, and the rest. How many were initiated by these leaders? Walipata zikiwa huko. Instead, we have seen Buebuya Pan Paper going at a very little money. So instead of gaining more, to bring more employment within, so that you can empower society, in case they are making a decision, they don't make a decision based on their stomach. You know, once people are poor, they're not employed, anything, you come and confuse, they follow you. But when you empower people economically, they make a decision based on how you really convince them, and your policies are going to matter. But when you impoverish them, they start following anything, including handouts. They have never empowered Luhya people. That's why you see Natembeya saying that hakuna kitu wamefanyia Waluhya, but they are a part of our miserables. They are a part of our problems. They created this problem for us, especially when it comes to the Kenya Kwanza administration. What happened? They are here with William Ruto, and all the methods we are having in this country, equally, Mudavadi and Wetangula will take responsibility. This is the worst ever economic situation we are in since independence. We have never had this. We have never suffered this much far. But they are here in Kenya Kwanza with William Ruto, a man they campaigned for, and they equally take responsibility. So if we are suffering today as Luhya people, they are part of our suffering. So because of this, Natembeya is saying that even Jesus Christ started his mission at the age of 30 and he worked for 3 years. But from then up to now, we still recognize and remember Jesus for 3 years he worked. Now, these ones of ours, they have worked for 30 years plus, but they still struggle to be called the kingpin. But for Jesus, we still remember him for the work, good work he did. So that means, let your good deeds sell your name. But don't struggle to impose yourself on people as the kingpin. For the period of 30 years, and there's nothing good the region can celebrate about you. Jina yako na matendo yako ikuuze. Upendwe tu. Vile Yesu alifanya kwa miaka 3. Wewe miaka 3 you are still struggling to become kingpin. Now, in terms of politics here, Natembeya is in Azimio la Umoja. Natembeya is in a DAPK party, and he has a position there. Because of this, he has to push for the party, and therefore you can do so when you hit hard on your opponents. But above all, we have seen people trying to embrace these leaders, but Natembeya kwa tofauti. For example, Vihiga Governor Otichuru amekuwa so close to Mudavadi. Kakamega Fredas Baraza, he has been trying that. At some point when you go to Busia, on and off, of course we know Bungoma ni yao. But Natembeya is coming out so strongly to say that I will hit on you people once I know you are against me. They have their own candidate in Bungoma, sorry, in Trans Nzoia. So Natembeya has to stand his ground and defend his position and champion for the Azimio politics. Because of this, there is no way he will defend these individuals. Not unless there is something good again they have done on the ground that you can use to say that alifanya hii na hii lakini naona, you know, like that. But there is nothing even you can hang on for these leaders so that you can really support them or use them as a political mileage to hit or reach somewhere. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.